This video is not appropriate for any littles or people sensitive to any of the following subjects below, as this video may have some of the following. You have been warned.
Alright, hi, this looks so cool. Okay, hi guys, Galaxy here. Welcome to a new little series I'm doing, which is called The Cozy Corner. It's where I just I relax, and just play games, mostly like visual novels or dating simulators, since I really like this type of games, but I don't know how much you guys do, so I thought why not make it into like a little series where I just have fun and play the type of little games I like. So my friend Akio, or otherwise known as Toxin or Luna, she goes by a lot of names. Uh, bought me this Monster Prom for a while. I've never played it. I've only watched like a few people play it, and I don't know. I just really wanted to play it. So yeah, I'm excited. This looks so cute. Voice interactions here and a yes, a voice. I like voices. One player. Fast. First turn. Let's do a short game. Spooky High School. The sweetest years of our lives. Back then, we were young and unafraid. Sometimes reckless, sometimes brilliant, sometimes just stupid. But always willing to live life to the fullest. We were on a wild journey to discover who we really were. She's so cute, this little Frankenstein girl. Like, she pretty. She really pretty. But she's so cute. So, name, Blue, Vicky, choose custom name. There we go. We had yet to experience its ultimate challenge, the Monster Prom. I remember it clearly. 3 weeks were left, and as we fantasized about our dream prom date, we were all scrambling to catch the attention of one of our 6 most charismatic classmates. Miranda Vanderbilt, 19, a sweet mermaid princess who was as cute as she was genocidal. Damien Leve, 21, a fearless demon with a taste for destruction and love of fire. Scott Howe, 21, a werewolf athlete who compensated for his rather small brain with a stupidly huge heart. Leon D. Lancourt, 400XX. So 400 something years old. A hipster vampire whose standoffish demeanor hid that he was truly a lovable dork. Polly Geist, 22, question mark. A party ghost with an insatiable hunger for all the wrong things. And Vera Oberon, 23, a mean self-made Gorgon with a merciless sense of business. I'm thinking you're going for him or her. I was thinking about Miranda, but like, I don't know. It was clear I had to be one of them, but who? We only had 3 weeks to choose our prom date. Even more daunting, we only had 3 weeks to woo them and conquer their hearts. But as I already said, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Welcome to Master Prom's stupidest pop quiz ever. All minds are rotten, but they are rotten in so many different ways. Worrying no more, we are now using our PhD in BS to diagnose which kind of deviant sicko you are. Monster Prom's stupidest pop quiz ever, TM, will throw a bunch of absurd questions at you and turn your answers into your character's stats. This way, each of you will start by having stats that better reflect your true selves. Alright, so, after I did my intro and started playing a bit, I was, almost to the end of the game, prom and everything. So close. My light in my room, fell off. I have like a little lamp in my room, so it fell off my wall, hit my computer, like hit the keyboard, and just like the screen just froze. So yeah, let's do this again. I was going after Liam, so I'm just gonna go after Liam again. So yeah, I'm gonna go back after Liam. I was very close. To, I was like on the last day and crash. So we'll try this again. That day, listen to your elders and learn valuable lessons. Sometimes, after all the monster nonsense and the dating gimmicks, you forget that attending class is supposed to be the primary activity at this high school. You gain 2 smarts. After that, you engage in a deadly match of truth or dare. Truth or dare or death, Polly. And that would be a super interesting event to cover. But then the two of you spot Miranda and Liam deep in an intense conversation, and it's bound to be much more interesting. Hey babes, you are making quite a noise, and I love anything that makes quite a noise. What's up? Hey you two, Miranda and I were having a creative disagreement. You see, we want to start our own school club. You know, an intellectually rewarding extracurricular that enriches our minds while probably not being mentioned ever again in the future. Because, continually at this school seems to be a bit random. No wait, let's do it. Y'all know my favorite things in the world. Drugs, sexual activities, noise. No, dummies, that too, but I meant chess and Russian literature. Stop treating me as if I was stop treating me as if I were two-dimensional. Let's start a literature club. Huh, I'm not sure. Do you remember what happened last year when we joined the literature club? We wrote dope poems and made new friends? No, the other thing. Ah, heck yes. That's right. So weird. I was right. I mean, that's how I died, you know? Anyways, thing is, but you died at the literature club. Miranda and I are already between two ideas. I propose we start the club.
So authentic.
A delightful meta club where we enjoy ourselves by designing and crafting new school clubs. Boring! I proposed a Little Pony Sweet Dreams Club, a club where we spend our nights learning how to tell the right bedtime stories to ponies. Whoa, you two really know how to sound two-dimensional. But in any case, can't you both just do your own clubs? No, our lives are fueled by the conflict and confrontation that can only be solved by choosing between two options. That's why we need to choose which club is the best one, because Galaxy always needs to choose based on what she wants to ask. Because Galaxy always needs to choose based on who she wants to ask to prom. So, which one should we go for? Just remember, one of the ideas include ponies. A tough choice. Mostly because I'm like super drunk right now. A tough choice, indeed. It's your opportunity to convince Polly of one of the options, because no one is preventing you from making choices based on who you want to ask to prom. Best club is clearly the club, because and strokes some random confetti. You reach for your secret stash of colorful, happy confetti that you carry with you when you want to cheer people up. But you accidentally grab and throw your other secret stash of confetti, the stash of black and white, sad confetti reserved for more solemn situations. Oh no. No, not cool. They threw black and white sad confetti at my funeral. I'm not in the mood anymore. Probably out. I'm just disappointed because you defended Liam's option. Farewell! Not disappointed because you thought confetti was a valid agr- arrangement to define an idea of it. I do not feel the need to explain why this was stupid. Bye. Well, I still got the heart from him. So everyone's a critic now. Great. The lesson here is that you really need to be careful using your stash of black and white sad confetti. Still, you lose 2 smarts and 1 fun. Well, back to square one with my smarts, huh?
Let's go.
Let's go talk to Liam. The table you chose is quite crowded. Liam sits across from Miranda, who is played by 2 well-dressed servants. One servant cuts a slice of Salisbury steak and feeds it to the other. Seriously, Miranda, you have servants to chew your food for you? What? Of course not. That would be barbaric. The servants happily swallow the Salisbury steak. I have servants to eat for me. They are called eating serfs. Don't you have any? First of all, no. I don't eat food. Second of all, that totally defeats the purpose of eating. Aren't you worried about starving? Why would it be? My serfs get all calories I need to stay fit and healthy.
Enough.
I have no objective reason to care about this, but secondly, it's all I care about. So I would convince Miranda to stop this madness. Look at that content smile. But Miranda, look at that content smile on that servant's face. You think he's eating for you, but secretly he's eating for himself. No, it can't be. Gordo, say it's not true. But Gordo can't say anything because his mouth is full of delicious Salisbury steak. Salisbury steak, which he is obviously eating entirely for his own benefit. Traitorous dog! Do you want me to starve to death? Is that your plan? I think maybe he was just taking advantage of the fact you don't understand how food works. Taking advantage of me? Scoundrel! Murphy, eat Gordo for me at once. The 2 serfs look at each other, then stuff as much food as they can into their mouths before fleeing the cafeteria. Alas, how will I ever get my recommended daily allowance of nutrition now? You could try eating myself? But how? You and Liam have a ton of fun laughing at Miranda as she learns how to eat food, for apparently the first time in her life. That day, while rehearsing for class, it does though the muses themselves have decided to give you figuratively, their performance is intense and inspiring. They're remembered for generations, which is pretty rad by high school play standards. You gain 2 plus creativity. You see Liam staring at his phone, sighing deeply. Maybe one of his favorite bands signed to a mainstream record label, or the exact shirt he's wearing is featured on a magazine cover. You decide to check in with him. You know, Start Kicker, the vile website where people crowdfund projects not good enough to get real investors. Wow, thanks, Liam. Do you not know why you exist? Well, now I found something of some interest. A time machine. I mean, it's clearly another terrible overpromise that will be released at least a decade after the due date. And in the end, it will be hackier than promised. Like a toaster attached to a clock. A toaster attached to a clock? Genius! You discreetly write that Write down that idea in your 1,000,000 bucks notebook. Let's see if you can beat those guys to the market. But I was sighing deeply because I couldn't help but think. Supposing I were to acquire such a machine, I wonder, where in time would I go? Everyone knows the dopest time in monster history was 1925, specifically July 26th, 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. Ah, yes, I remember 1925's July 26th, 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. It was the dusk after old Ernestine Hemingway's party. Me and the boys were celebrating a good old Palm, Pol- Pam, Pauline, drinking sangre like it was water. They even prepared a special batch for me, without those pesky little pieces of fruit. I almost never drank sangre because of those. Little pieces of fruit are the eighth thing I hate the most in my beverages, right between floor cleaner and sentient milk that has controversial opinions on opera. When Dawn was immediate, Ernest came to me and said, "Ah, Liam, the world is ours. We could feast on it forever." I told him, "You're right, Ernest, but remember, I'm a vampire, and you know, the sun also vices." And the rest is history. You are right, my friend. July 26th, 1925's 2 to 5 a.m. was the best of times. Thanks for making me remember such fond memories. Maybe some night, soon, we can share some little pieces of fruit, free Saginaw Ray, and create new fond memories to time travel back to once in a while. Oh, you really booked tickets to the soon-to-be fond memories of Liam, and save the day in your phone. You get into Charm and One Smart. That day, you spent time in the library's PCs mining some Bitcoin. This is supposed to have something to do with solving algorithms and the rise of cryptocurrency, but you guess that nobody actually has any effing idea how it really works. Anyways, you gain 2 bitcoins, which is equal to $2,000,000, which unfortunately is equal to 2 monster dollars, so 2 plus money. But Liam isn't paying attention to any of that. He corners you afterwards to lecture you on monogram filters. What no one seems to understand about filters is that they are not about making pictures better, they're about making pictures browner and harder to see. That's why I use my own proprietary filter for almost all my photos. Infinite Tom. It's also probably why I have only 6 Momogram followers. But we must all make sacrifices for our own art. In any case, I have to go. There's a dead rat in the parking lot I simply must document. As soon as Liam's gone, we're gonna peeks out of an air conditioning duct. Goodness! The situation is even more dire than I thought. If Operation Make Liam Popular Again is to succeed, we must get started immediately. What's that? Why, yes, of course you're part of my operation. I unwillingly force people into my services all the time. Oh, you want to know why it's called Operation Make Liam Popular Again? Well, he's been alive for like centuries, right? I'm sure he must have been popular for at some point. I'll check the history books later. There's no time now. Phase 1 is getting Liam more monogram followers. I took liberty of having several spies discover the password to his account, so we can give it a total makeover. But what to do? Use his account to post a bunch of, oh gosh, pay millions of homeless people to follow Liam or monogram. Ah yes! Just as Father pays millions to vote for him in fair and democratic elections. In fact, I think I can cost by paying one of my father's clonesmiths to simply replicate the same thousand people 1,000 times. You ask Miranda if she thinks this is ethical, but she's as confused about the meaning of ethics as she is about fair and democratic elections. Soon, soon the plot and the requesting clones are hatched. You run into Liam in the halls a few hours later. I'm distraught. My carefully suspended unpopularity is crumbling before my eyes. Look at all these followers. Look at their comments. I love you, Liam. Totally real account. 66. Love you, Liam. Liam. Another equally real account. You are so scared and haven't afraid. The sentiments they are expressing and objectively correct, and yet, no, I do not give to the lure of the limelight. In spite of this, Liam seems to be enjoying himself quite a bit. He spent the rest of the day helping him create his feed, gaining 2 plus charm and 1 plus fun in the process. I'm gonna go sit next to Liam. I would sit next to this guy because I'm interested, but I want to go sit next to Liam. You find Polly and Liam not eating, as usual, because they're undead. The food in this cafeteria really is outrageous. It hardly even worthy of my mammogram. What? I don't even eat the food. See? This is exactly what I mean. We could do so much better than these subpar culinary abortions. Oh, I see what you mean. You mean the 2 of us should have a cook-off? What? No! Did you say something? I'm not listening because I am so psyched about this cook-off. At no point did I agree to. I've got a huge advantage, though, because I've cooked so many drugs. Oh, you think you've got the advantage, huh? I've been alive for centuries of culinary history. It's on. The 2 of them dash into the kitchen, ignoring all rules of law, school, and common decency as they commence cooking. 2 celebrity chef judges appear to critique the challengers. I think they are both equally horrible, says the cool British judge. I think they are both equally marvelous, says the overly nice British judge. Both judges turn to you. What do you think, tiebreaker judge? Whose meal truly is the cat's pajamas? It's because I think that glass jar of fresh human blood really goes with the parsley he sprinkled on top. Probably because she literally just made a pair of pajamas for a cat. Liam's. Ha! And your face, Wolfgang! Wolfgang suck. That would be what? That would be a better name for Scott. I'm not even a wolf. As a matter of fact, that would be a better name for you. Oh, what, because I'm a vampire? Well, that would totally make sense. No, I just meant because you suck. Well, this sucker just won the judges by my blood tartare. It's raw, organic, free-range blood, and enthusiastically sourced from a local, terrified human. And not precisely farm to table, or rather, farm to blood. I threw it to the blood. Threw in the blood. I like the color. Actually, it's well known that nobody knows what parsley tastes like. And you probably never will, because you're certainly not drinking any of that concoction. You tell Liam his prize for winning the cook-off is eating lunch, alone, with you. Slurp slurp. Also, yeah, I said precisely instead of parsley. If you do not know, I do not speak very well. I'm dyslexic, and I mispronounce things a few times. But this is one of the reasons why you watch me, yes? I'm pretty sure this is one of the reasons why you watch me. I mean, I hope so. Let's go. Welcome to my little shop. Buy some heck. I have heck that will boost your stats. Heck that will lead you into stupid new adventures. Even some heck that might be Much needed at some very specific moments. So take a look. The gift that keeps on giving. See, I'm wise enough to know when the gift needs giving. A fake, a Russian novel and insightful approach to universal matters such as love and death. Some impractical yet kind of funny glasses. Use writing forward. Oh, fine. I want to ask how you got this, but you said not to. High school social life is hard nowadays. That hiring a PR agent is totally a thing. Here to say hi? What a weirdo. Yeah, I should have bought some. I didn't go in there. I forgot the shop.
Let's go.
The day that the teacher is just tired of teaching, so she recurs to the class technique of not giving a heck and putting on some kind of historical TV show for you to watch. What you don't expect is that it's super effective. God bless the golden era of television. The TV show is compelling thanks to the ridiculous amount of nudity and bloodshed. But at the same time, you actually learn a lot about history. You gain 2 smarts. Afterwards, Miranda beckons to you from a darkened corner. Psst! Coco Spyber, over here! Phase 1 of Operation Make Liam Popular Again was an overwhelming success. Liam is internet popular. Now we just need to make him real life popular. What better way than by making him prom king? Unfortunately, when I asked him to run for prom king, he said, and I quote, "Never, never, never, not in 100 years. And that's not an exaggeration, because I've been alive for hundreds of years, and I'd never run for prom king, so there you go." Which was clearly his cryptic way of saying he wants us to make him prom king. My first thought was to murder the current prom king, after establishing Liam as his rightful heir, but I couldn't find any bloodline charts to work from. So I suppose we must engage in this democratic election the school is holding. Now, how can we secure win for Liam when he is opposed to running or making any effort to win? Get the best campaign speech. That's a great idea! You look just like him. He squeezes his skinny jeans, some suspenders, a lot of purple paint, and a sense of his superiority, and gather a crowd in the auditorium. Ladies and gentlemen, you say, for too long our school has been ruled by prom kings who care about things. Care about things make you weak because what if you care about the wrong things? I, the anti Lancourt, will never be wrong because I don't care about anything. I don't care about the dumb clothes or my stupid man bun or any of you. To be honest, I don't care if I win. If I don't, I'll just blow up the school with a hydrogen bomb I buried under the cafeteria. You walk off stage to the thunderous, terrified applause. You don't know whether it was the speech or the extinction, but Liam wins by a landslide. Drats and curses! Rumor says I will be elected prom king, in spite of my sincerest wishes. How horrible to have the love of the entire student body showered upon me. The cold blackness in my soul, which has so long sheltered me from my true emotions. God, it's thawing. Was it terrible? I am in no way enjoying it. Still, I should probably pick out a tuxedo, you know, so as to not appear ungracious. You're happy to help Lee and pick out a tuxedo. You even help measure his body. You gain 2 fun and 1 plus creativity. You take your seats beside arguably the 2 coolest monsters and all spooky high. Here's hoping you can keep up with them. Vera, are you eating manticore steaks again? Yes, and it's delicious. Don't you know the amount of cruelty involved in the mainstream meat production industry? Yes, and it's delicious. Besides, Liam, you're a vampire. Don't you only consume things that are dead? Well, yes, I suppose it's always ethically sourced, organic, free range, and human. The human population is out of control, and eating them is the most environmentally reasonable thing to do. Listen, Liam, I happen to have a personal fun with every single animal I eat. I make sure to eat all of them first, and ensure I am devouring only the ones I hate the most. It makes it extra tasty. Well then, surely you can inflict such pain without going through the cruel meat industry and supporting factory farming. Isn't farm cruelty better anyway? You may actually have a point there, and if I get my hand in the pot, I can inflict even more effective and specific pain. And I bet there's a way to make money off of this too. Hang on. Somehow I ended up arguing against my own interest here. Liam, do you want to find innovative and creative ways to move society forward, or do you want to oppose cruelty like every other weak mainstream loser? You can actually hear Liam's brain shaking as he struggles between his desire to be perceived as ethical and his desire to be received as creative. Maybe you can step in and help out. Animals you kill lose their lives, but what about their afterlives? Instead of letting their spirits go to waste as a byproduct of the meat industry, let's serve their soul aside as a side dish. These animals are already suffering from ignorance. If they wanted to increase their pain, the best way we could do is teach them to concept death so they really create their fate. Let's educate cattle on profit. I knew there was a way to monetize, and it keeps the animals from ever gaining the eternal resting peace. What the hell is it with bear and animals? Well, she's a snake. But now the cruelty is extending even beyond their depths. Oh yeah, it is. Thanks. Thank you for getting the ball rolling on this excellent scheme, Liam. And thank you, Galaxy, for nailing down the specifics. Neither of you get royalties, though. And that being said, I'll get you a double scoop of Rocky Road So, with sprinkles on top. Yum, baby. You don't know. You never eaten a soul before. But it sure is delicious getting Bear's approval. Alright, I'm going up to Bear next. Alright, last school day.
Let's go.
Let's see. The day during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. We have no idea how it escalates so much, but at one point, there are like 300 people. Some of them is demons through a nightmare dimension. The consequences might even distort the fabric of reality itself. But who cares? It's a rad party. You get +2 fun. With that out of the way, you hurry away to your secret meeting with Miranda. Well done, Conspirator. Operation Make Liam Popular Again is a rousing success. And for the record, I did discover that Liam was popular for a 3-month period in the early 17th century, so the name fits. All that remains is us to wait for prom and celebrate your deception? I knew it was too good to be true. My characteristics are remarkable, but they aren't marketable. This is all a crude joke, wasn't it? I bet between 2 popular kids that they could make an outcast loser into a prom king. Well, guess what? The circus is over, and his clown is climbing into his tiny car and going home. Along with his 12 other tiny clowns, if the metaphor holds. Which it doesn't. It was a bad metaphor. Goodbye. No, Leo wasn't trying to be mean. I don't have a mean bone in my body. I don't even have bones. You might check that affirmation later. Oh, fish sticks. If we don't do something to fix this, all our hard work and several fudge will be for naught. But how can we make amends? Surely not so with some sort of overwrought romantic gesture, final logics. You told Miranda not to worry. You've seen plenty of teen rom-coms. You know this is how this part goes. Need a grand romantic gesture, race to the airport, request your feelings when you board the plane. How did you know? How did you know Liam was about to board a plane? Are you stalking him? You are. That's fine. Isn't that what all romantic comedies ever have taught us to do? Anyways, you find Liam in an international terminal at Spooky Airport, waiting in the line to board. You pass through the airport security by telling them you're there for a romantic gesture, because airport security may say no to terrorists, but they can't say no to love. You're too late. I'm going to Belarus, where my calculations have revealed that nobody likes me, and I could go back to being unpopular. You grasp Liam's cold, dead hands in yours, and with a perfect sincerity, tell him that what he means to you. Nothing. Don't you see? You say, looking deep into his eyes. You don't need to flee to Belarus to be unpopular, because you'll always be unpopular in my heart, which is evidently about the same shape as Belarus. I don't know what to say. Really? Because I don't know what you're talking about, but if I don't understand it, that must mean it's art. You said art to me. Oh, how could I ever dream of leaving you behind? Alright, if it makes you happy, I'll return to Spooky High School and do that heavy prom gown. And don that heavy prom gown. But only because I know that no matter how popular I get, there will always be one person who thinks I'm only so-so. The people in the airport might clap and cheer. Clearly not understanding anything, you two said to each other. Liam accompanies you back to school. You gain 2 creativity, 1 smarts. Also, you should visit the hospital, since your heart being the shape of Belarus can't mean anything good, health-wise. The monster prom. What would you like to ask the prom? Well, Liam. Yes. Who could have foreseen this? The human galaxy, prom royalty. We did it! It was all our plan. We fought for love, and love won. Liam is popular again. Huzzah! Anyway, after all these years spent avoiding cliches, that doesn't feel as bad as I imagined. Maybe doing a 180-degree turn from cliches is good, but embracing cliches is like making a 360-degree turn from them. So disruptive. At the moment, Miranda becomes distracted by some other wacky plan and leaves you and Liam mumbling to himself. Such a lovable dork. Prom night arrives, and the two of you decide to embrace all cliches, but still attempting to actually have fun. After the coronation, Liam admits that he's having a great time, which is causing him to reflect on all the cliches he avoided all these years, which he could now embrace. Aww. And Miranda in the background just, good job, I did good. Then he puts his hands over yours and says, and you know what the biggest cliche I've been avoiding is? Love. And I don't even care how cheesy that sounded. Boy, that was cheesy. But you know what? We don't care either. New secret endings, 1. New events, 8. New outcomes, 8. Best at being purple. Galaxy, most likely to become a lasagna. Endings, 1 of 34. 8 of 422. 8 of 15, 14. My gosh. 3 weeks were maybe the most epic and absurd weeks of our lives. After Monster Prom, we kept on living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendship, and learning about who we were and who we could be. You know what? Like it always does, life happened, and it was wonderful. Liam started in a convivialistic band that broke after all conventions. Her latest album has been a hit. It has no songs at all. The album is actually just a banana set on fire. And be sure, Liam doesn't care if you don't get it. Damien left fire to the very end. Unfortunately, that wasn't a super legal affair, and he ended up in a prison for arson. Sounds like him. Fortunately, prison was flammable. Scott became a world-renowned athlete, but he ended his career to come back to his hometown and take on the job of the athlete he admired the most. Now he's back at high school again, working as a coach. Aw. As for those 3 weeks, the Master Prom seemed larger than life, and then it was gone, just like that. The battle for Monster Prom might have ended then, but there were plenty of battles left in that war called youth. Once again, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Oh, this is cute! Oh, this is cute. There's so many endings I can get. I'm gonna go after Farah next. Oh, no. Okay, after you got me the DLC that has her and the robot dude in it, she looks adorable. She looks like she'd eat me, like Eldritch Bean here, but she looks adorable. So if I die by her, sure, okay, I'm good with dying by her, yeah. I'm gonna end this episode here. This is really cute. Thank you, Akio, Toxin, for getting me this game. I'll play more of this at some point. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Um, Also, I wanted to say I have I won't say this much, but I have a Amazon gift list I'm putting in the description for people to help, like, support my art and stuff. Because, yeah, it was one of the ways that thought that people can help support me. You don't have to. Nobody has to if they don't feel like it. But it's there for if people want to. So, yeah. But anyways, I hope you guys have a good day/night. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys!